everybody to our second episode, which is about the COVID-19 and what's going on all over the world with this pandemic. Welcome, Mishka Smith, our main host for Woman to Woman. I'm just a guest again today. And look out for her and Tanika Johnson, who will be the main host for Woman to Woman show. I'm very proud of them right now. Moving right along, the amount of cases that we have worldwide is 96.6 million and over 1 million deaths. How does that make you feel?
I'm scared. I'm scared, and I'm worried also.
Right.
Because it's less than a year and we are at that total, and we are now in the new year, and a lot have happened during the Christmas holidays and all of that. So I'm scared that there's going to be a bigger number at the end of the year or so.
Exactly. Now, how many cases have you researched that Jamaica has currently?
Currently we are at 14,487 cases, and we also have 11,777 recoveries, but we are at 331 deaths presently.
And that's a lot for Jamaica, because Jamaica is a little small island.
Yeah.
So that's really worrisome. In the US, we have currently 24.5 million cases as of to date, and the death toll has risen to over 406,000 deaths. It's like the death angel is walking in America right now. And I am relieved. Congratulations to Joe Biden and Miss Harris, the Vice President of America. They have now signed off from yesterday, from his first day as president and her first day as vice president, that they're making it mandatory that Americans must wear face masks wherever they go. I particularly don't like wearing it, but it is necessary for people to wear it so they do not transfer this disease, because some people might have the COVID-19 but are not showing symptoms. So therefore, you could be next to somebody, you're feeling fine, but you have the COVID-19, and because you're not showing the symptoms, you're none aware, you're still passing it on. So that is very dangerous in itself. Now, some of the signs and symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, chills, feeling very fatigued and tired, body ache, muscle ache, loss of taste, loss of smell, sore throat, runny nose, cough, vomiting, diarrhea, and headache. So I want everybody to look out for those symptoms. If they display any of those symptoms, please go and get tested. Now, with the testing now, I'm a little bit dubious, even though I'm encouraging people to be tested, because I know of an individual that went to get tested and the first test came out positive, but when they went the second and third time, immediately, back to back, it was negative. So how does that make you feel? Talk to me about it.
For me, I would be scared and also angry, because how is it that you tested positive in the first place and then the second and third test is negative? I would think that there was an error or something gone wrong there, or some cross contamination or something.
Yeah. They could have mixed up the test. Yeah. So I'm very a bit dubious about that. Now, the COVID-19 has affected us in such a way that a lot of us are forced to work from home and get jobs from home, which is not easy because right now a lot of people are online looking for work from home. Unemployment is gone out the roof right now, especially in America, and it has affected those who have lost jobs, lost business. Business owners are suffering. Business are closing down. There's no funds unless they apply for this grant by the government called PPP, which is payroll protection. And it's not everybody that's getting it. And some of the people who are getting some of the funding, it's just keeping them afloat. Some of them are not getting enough to pay their staff, to pay overheads. And it's quite worrying right now. I feel, and I know that America is going through a recession right now. And it's not just America. The whole world is going through recession. People are homeless. They're losing their homes as well as their jobs. They're losing their family. And they're losing their minds, and they're losing their lives. It's heavy.
Because I've read about cases that people were infected with it, and they had committed suicide, they have jumped off building and stuff like that. I can say personally, it's affecting a lot of relationships overall. As you said, not just with husband and wife or other couples, but even with your kids, because they're now at home, so there's a whole lot of strain on you. Some of the time you want a break and all of that. So it's kind of whack right now. People just don't know what to do, because for me it's like COVID is not going anywhere.
Nowhere soon. And a lot of parents, and especially single parents, can't afford to send their children for after school care, babysitting and stuff like that. And they're also forced to stay home to home educate their children. Children are doing online school. They're not getting the grades that they're supposed to, because children do better engaging in class, communicating. They learn better that way. And right now they do not have that platform, a lot of them, and even the ones that are still going to school, the parents have their heart in their mouth because they're wondering if their child is going to pick up the COVID-19 disease and bring back in the household. So we're in a catch-22 situation. Now, I work also in the hospital, and it's very dramatic, very frightening, very concerning that we're in the belly of the beast, basically. We are the frontline workers. So we're worried if we're protected enough, even though we have the shield, the gloves, the goggles, the rest of it, but you still can catch it, but you are the front worker. And this means that you're fatigued, you're working around the clock, you're burnt out, and it's affecting your mental health as well as your physical health.
And trust me, we weren't ready for this. We weren't ready for this at all. But what I would like to know, though, now we have encountered this disease, are the bigger heads going to put some policy or something in place for us to be aware of what may come next after that? Because something has to be put in place so we can deal with this much better,
more effectively. But it's funny when you said what come next. We've already got something that has come next. There's another strain of the COVID-19, and I believe it started out, they claim, in Africa and Europe and the UK. The UK currently has 3.5 million cases and a total of 93,290 deaths. I know Europe, such as France, Germany, and England, has a serious lockdown going on right now. It's not pretty right now. And they have to be like that. Because remember when the COVID started, it was Italy that was number one in the world for cases. Now it is the USA. And other countries are following behind USA right now.
Even India have a spike right now. India is second, is behind US.
How much is their statistics? Do you know? How much is their statistics? Do you know?
They have 10.6 million and 10.3 recovery and also 153,000 deaths.
Wow. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in the twilight zone. I pinch myself and say, God, is this real? Can I wake up out of this nightmare? But it's a reality for all of us. And people now are panic buying. So when you go to the grocery stores, you can't find certain items. I remember when it just began last year. Oh, it was fights on the line for just toilet paper. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that made news. That made news.
That did make news. And for those who don't want to take the vaccine, understandably, like myself, now I'm putting in a disclaimer for MSE TV Network, Woman to Woman. We are not saying to people, and we don't have the right to encourage people not to take the vaccine. You're in control of your body. You must know what you want to put in to your body and what works for you. But as for Miss Sam here, due to my religion, due to my underlying issues with high blood pressure condition, I have refused and declined it. I rather go the natural way. Reason being, because it has been known, there have been proof on the news and mouth to mouth, word to word, of people, doctors, nurses taking the vaccine. They're dead within 2 weeks. They've passed out. They're having twitches. They've developed strokes. They're not the same. So I feel until they know more about what they're putting into our body, I feel it would be wise not to take it right now. I personally don't want to take it ever, but I'm saying that people should observe, like something serious like this. A vaccine like this usually takes about 5 to 10 years to develop properly and assessed and monitored. They have whipped up some concoction real quick and telling everybody to get vaccinated without having concrete evidence that it is sufficient. Now, the joke about this, when you ask the professionals about the vaccine and about the new strain of the COVID-19, they are not clear whether the vaccine can combat the new strain of COVID-19. So what's the bloody point?
There's no point there taking it, because I was told also that people who have gotten COVID-19, they have developed a resistance against it.
Right.
You understand? So if it has run its course through your body and you now develop a resistance in your body to fight it off, not everyone is going to be as fortunate or lucky as them, but I think this needs a lot more time to be tested and for us to have proof that it actually works, and it's the right one to start distributing to the world.
Right. And saying that, my question as well, what about people that already had the COVID-19? Are they to go back and take the vaccination and put more COVID-19 in their body?
That's the next thing. If they have already recovered.
So what I am doing, since I don't want to take the vaccine and have no plan to do so because I feel it's part of the depopulation program, that's another saga. I'm doing natural remedies. Now, do you want to go over some of the concoctions that we can do to combat this virus? All right, so get into natural remedies. What are some of the things that we can do to build up the immune system?
Well, for me, I take a lot of garlic. You know, garlic is antibiotic. I also drink a lot of fever grass tea. And like every now and then I would drink some aloe vera. People can take natural supplement because, you know, you have the one a day and stuff like that. So they can go and do their research and find things that they can do to develop their immune system and to fight off COVID as well.
Yeah, vitamin A is good, vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, definitely vitamin D and zinc is very good for your immune system. I do have a concoction remedy that I done in the beginning. I need to do it again, which I used to take daily. And if you have a blender or a juicer, it consists of garlic, onion, apple cider vinegar, a little coconut water, a little alkaline water, which is good for your system, paprika, turmeric. Did I say onion?
Yeah.
Okay, and a little honey, yeah. And lemon, and blend everything together in the juicer or the blender, and have 1 glass per day for as long as you can do it, and it will build up and clean up your system. It's good for your system and will give you resistance. I'm not a doctor. Okay, I put a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor.
But the thing is that
a herbal doctor.
Yeah, because
this is what I do for myself.
You can also steam your face. You can steam your face with over the salt water and stuff like that. So
right. With regular salt water or sea salt water, let it get in your nostril because you know salt kills bacteria and infection real quick. So steam your face. If you don't have a steamer, when you go in the shower or the bath, you just put some of the salt in and wash your face, get it up in the nostril. It will have the same effect. And drink plenty of water. Wash your hands. Use the sterilizer on your hands. Okay, regular. Wear a mask. Stand 6 feet away. And most of all, stay prayed up.
You have to. In the time we need all the prayer and we have to keep praying.
You know, so we're up against a fight, but I believe that we can overcome this. And whatever plan the devil asks for us, we send it back to the pits of hell. I remember a few years ago, 2 of the conspiracy theorists that I really like is Alex Jones and Jesse. I can't remember his last name. He was a Navy SEAL. And they found the secret location where there were big coffins. I mean, massive. It could hold about 6 bodies in them. I mean, acres of these coffins. And they were wondering, why the government have this a secret location? What are we going to come into? There you go, COVID-19. So I believe it's a biological warfare that we're going through, and there's more to come. So we have to really look after our physical health, our mental health, and our spiritual health. So we are not part of the death crisis population, what we are witnessing now. And it affects us because you don't know one day to the next day. It affects our children. They can't go out and play and mingle with their friends. We cannot go to certain restaurants again. Everybody is like being imprisoned right now. And we just got to stay prayed up. Any last thoughts before we close now?
All I would like to encourage you guys is just draw near to your family, show them love, appreciation, your friends, and also follow the procedures and the guidelines right now because it can help you. You understand? And we just need to pray and ask God to see us through.
And have mercy on us and keep the faith. So we just want to say thank you for everybody worldwide that's watching our new talk show, Woman to Woman. We have a few more talk shows that are coming out on YouTube. One will be the Brainstorm Behavioral Health Program that I'm very proud of. We're going to include different organizations, different professional people, and we're going to have our own perspectives on mental health because right now with all what's going on, everybody is getting a touch of depression or some type of disorder that we need to discuss and support each other. So look out for that in February. We have a music talk show that will be done by Kenyatta Mission over the end of the springtime near to the summer. What other talk shows do we have?
We have the Woman to Woman talk show. Everyone can look out for that. And we also have ILever, that's herb remedy and stuff like that. And we also, the conspiracy? No, not the conspiracy.
We have the Man to Man. The Man
to Man talk show that I'm so looking forward to hearing about that. And we have movies coming out, and Africa has finished filming, so in the next 2 weeks their movie will be out, and I'm in the process of doing my Daddy's Girl Part 2
in March.
So we have a lot of work to do, and we are ready.
Germany is going to do the pandemic movie, and we have so much. And Jamaica is also going to do another movie called Return of Judas. We have a lot going on in MSC TV Network, which is really good. So everybody, please go and subscribe at MSC TV Network on Instagram and YouTube, and just be a part of this network family. Thank you for watching. God bless and be safe. Thank you, Mishka.
Thank you. You're welcome.